In the quaint village of Elmwood, nestled in the rolling hills of the countryside, an air of mystery hung as heavy as the morning mist. Renowned for its harmonious annual music festival, Elmwood was a place where melodies converged and passions ignited. It was here that the world-famous Stradivarius violin, known as the Golden Whisper, had been entrusted to the village for a grand concert. The festival was set to begin in just 3 days, and anticipation was at its peak. But calamity struck when the revered Golden Whisper went missing from the village's music hall. Panic and speculation quickly spread through the community. The loss of such a valuable instrument threatened to overshadow the event entirely. Enter Clara Bennett, a sharp-witted and resilient detective with a keen eye for detail. Recently retired, Clara had moved to Elmwood seeking peace and quiet, but her reputation as a solver of cold cases was well known. As news of the stolen violin reached her ears, Clara felt a familiar thrill, one she thought she'd left behind. Clara began her investigation by interviewing the festival's key figures. First was Mr. August Landon, the festival organizer, who appeared nervous and distracted. His dry hands crumpled the edges of several concert programs as he spoke. Despite his noticeable unease, Clara found nothing concrete to suspect him outright. Next, she met with Isabella Caruso, a celebrated violinist who was set to perform with the Golden Whisper. Isabella was passionate, expressive, and visibly distressed over the loss. Her admiration for the violin bordered on obsession, but she swore she'd do anything to see it returned. "That violin is irreplaceable," she told Clara, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. In her methodical way, Clara inspected the music hall, guided by the custodian, Ben O'Rourke, whose loyalty to Elmwood's traditions was evident in his every word and gesture. It was Ben who had discovered the empty velvet-lined case that had housed the violin. He confirmed that the hall had been securely locked the previous night and that he'd patrolled the grounds until morning. The investigation took a turn when Clara received an anonymous tip, scribbled on a piece of sheet music slipped under her door: "Seek where the echoes rest." Pondering this cryptic message, Clara retraced her steps to the music hall. After an hour of thoughtful searching, her gaze fell on an ornate ventilation grate high on the wall. The acoustics of the hall frequently used vent openings to amplify sound. Could this be where echoes indeed rested? Borrowing a ladder from Ben, Clara climbed to examine the grate. Hidden inside, wrapped carefully in a silk scarf, was the Golden Whisper. The discovery was unexpected. The violin was unscathed and perfectly preserved, but Clara still lacked an explanation. Back on the ground, the pieces began to fall into place. It was a ruse, a diversion to stir drama and elevate the prominence of the festival. With her newfound clarity, Clara gathered the principal suspects in the music hall. There, she revealed her insights. The false alarm had been masterminded by Mr. Landon, who wished to heighten the festival's allure.